Hello guys, Smart Polly here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own custom hair for your character in Unreal Engine 4. I will show you how to either create or obtain our own hair model, rig that to your character, then import it to Unreal Engine. Then I will go over the various options we have for hair simulation, and finally we can apply it to our character in-game. So before we get started, 80% of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit the bell icon as well. It helps the channel out and it helps with the future videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So first, for the hair model, you have a few options to pick from. You can obviously model your own character hair, which is pretty straightforward. There's many tutorials out there on how to do this. However, if you're like me and you don't have much modeling skills, there are a few pre-made hair assets out there for you to use for your game. Some of the free ones are in this program called Adobe Fuse, which is basically a free character creator. You can either download Adobe Fuse from their website, or you can go to Steam and search it in the store and download it for free. It will show up in your software tab under your library, and you just click launch. To view all the free hair meshes, you have to create a basic model, so you just click on all the different presets to assemble a basic character. Alright, and then once you create your character, you can click on the hair down here, and you have a few different options that you can use. You can either have, these bangs ones, any of these options here. Just a lot of options that you can use, and the best thing about this is you can export all of these and use them for your game for free. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and choose the alpha medium wavy right here. That looks pretty good. Then we can go ahead and export this model. Basically, we're just going to export the entire model and delete everything but the hair. So file, export model as OBJ, and then OK. And then we can just put it on the desktop, okay? Now that's done, we can go ahead and close this and import this to Blender. So go ahead and open up Blender. What you want to do already is have your character here imported. I'm using the character that I have from Daz Studio, and you can already see here it's already imported. Go ahead and import the hair model. So just go to File, Import .obj, and then go to the file that you exported and import that. So we can go ahead and just scale this down like so. And then just kind of scale this to meet the same size. And then we can go ahead and expand this, or go into the edit mode here and just delete everything but the hair. So I'm just selecting and hitting Control L to select all the vertices. And then you can hit delete vertices. Okay, and we still have some right here, obviously the face. Alright, so it looks like we got all the hair here. That looks all good. And we can just go ahead and make sure that it's all aligned to our character here. Alright, so that looks all good like that. Now all we have to do is basically rig the hair to our character model. We can just go ahead and paint it in Blender here real quick. So what you want to do actually is you want to select the female character or the female body or the mesh of your character and delete that in the edit mode, and then join the hair mesh with the female or your character's body mesh. I actually had to edit this part in. I had a little bug where the hair UV for some reason was getting deleted. Alright, so first you want to select your bones right here. Go down into the viewport display. Make sure that they're in the front so you can see them all. Hold down Shift and select the bones, and then select the mesh. Then go into the weight paint. Then you can see here we have the different vertex groups, so just click on the head here. And if we actually just go back into edit mode, make sure that head's still selected, click assign. And then when you go back into the weight paint, you can see the head bone is assigned to all the hair. So all the hair is all assigned to the head. Okay, so we can go back here and then make sure everything's selected. We can go to File, Export.FBX, go to our desktop, name this our hair mesh, and then we can make sure that we uncheck the add leaf bones, uncheck apply modifiers, uncheck bake animation, selected objects. That looks all good. And then export that to our desktop. Before we import it to Unreal Engine, we're going to have to run it through the FBX Joint Renamer, especially if you're using your Daz character from Daz Studios. If you already rig this to, say, your own skeleton here that you have in Unreal Engine, then you shouldn't have to worry about this. But if you're using this for your Daz character skeleton, then you're going to have to run this through the FBX Joint Renamer, which I'll have a link to download in the description below. Once you extract it, just go to the debug folder here. You want to drag your hair mesh into there. Open up your rig.batch file, edit that, and change this right here, or whatever it says right there, to hair mesh, the name of the mesh right there. File, save that. After that, you just want to run the rig batch file right here. It'll rename all the bones, drag your output to your desktop, and rename this back to hair mesh. Then we can go ahead and import this to Unreal Engine. Open up your project, make a new folder called hair, drag and drop that in there. The skeleton you want to be to your character, your Daz Studio character, or whatever character that you used for your skeleton in Blender. Alright, and you want to make sure this is a skeletal mesh, import the mesh, and then we click import. Alright, and then for our textures, we just have to go to the folder that we exported from Adobe Fuse, and we can actually go ahead and delete everything but the hair textures right here. So we can go ahead and drag that, and then we'll add a new material. We'll set that up real quick, name this hair matte, and then drag your textures into that material. Okay, for the diffuse, plug in the diffuse, plug this in for your normal map. Then we have the specular, and I believe the ambient occlusion. Okay, we're going to set up our constants here. We can just give our roughness a value of 0.2, and then click on the hair matte right here. Make sure it's two-sided. Make sure you have the hair matte set to masked, so that you can pipe this texture sample into the opacity mask to make the hairs masked. Click save, and then you can apply it to your hair mesh model right here. And then as you can see, it looks great. Next up, we're going to talk about our different options for hair physics and simulation. Basically, you have three options in Unreal Engine when it comes to hair simulation. You have the default cloth painting tools in Unreal Engine. Then you also have the new features, the Unreal Groom, which came out for 4.24 and 2.5. And then, of course, you have the NVIDIA Hairworks plugin. The new Groom physics look amazing, but sadly, it is pretty performance hungry, and right now it's currently really only good for cinematics and rendering. NVIDIA Hairworks, as far as I know, you have to use their branch of Unreal Engine, and it's pretty old from what I can remember, and they really don't have much documentation or information on how to use it. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you the classic option using the cloth paint simulation. So to do that, you want to make sure you're in the selection with the hair selected. Want to go to clothing, right click, create cloth data from section, and then you can just use the female base physics asset or your character's physics asset. Click create, or you can use the escape mannequin physics asset. Make sure you click on this right here and then activate cloth painting. Then you're going to see your brush here. We can change the size down here, radius down to something like 5, or we can change the paint value to 1000, and then we can start painting the hair. You can just start painting it like this. Maybe we'll lower the radius down to something like 3. Alright, so we're just going to paint it evenly around here, just like so. Might not do the best job, but that should be fine. Okay, so this looks about good right here. We can go ahead and deactivate the cloth painting. Right click here, apply cloth data, hair mesh clothing. So we can see it simulate here. And we'll actually change this back to the female base physics asset. Okay. And it's going to compile the shaders. And now all that's left to do is to apply this hair to our character mesh. So go to your third person character or your character blueprint. What you want to do is click on your mesh here, add a new component, a skeletal mesh, and you can name it whatever. You can name it hair, and then you can assign that to your hair mesh. And then what you want to also do is in the construction script or in the event graph on the event begin play, you want to get your hair, set the master pose component for your hair to the mesh. That way it will update the information as you see here. Alright, and then we can go to our map here, click play from here. Then as you can see, we can play around with our character. And you can see the hair simulating right here. Okay, so again, it's not the best simulation because, you know, we didn't really paint it the best. So you can always go back and adjust your painting right here to make sure that's a little bit higher. Just update it like so. Okay, just like that. And then you go File, Save. Go back and play. And as we can see, the hair looks a little bit better. You can jump, you can see the hair simulating. Hope this is a good tutorial for you guys. Hope you guys learned a bit about how to make your own custom hair for your character. If you have any bugs or any issues or anything, just leave them down in the comments below and I'll try to answer back on them. Anyways, I'm just going to wrap this video up. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed for new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.